been looking for you.
Oh?
Have you got a minute, darling? I want a quick word, that's all.
What about?
Nothing, really. Just about you being a two-faced, lying little Laura.
What?
You heard me. You can't talk to her like that. Oh, and who's going to stop me, you?
Hey, Phil, you do something about her. She's out of order.
I suggest you keep your mouth shut or I'll shut it for you.
Leave it, Shell. Let her have a say.
Oh, yeah. I'll have that all right. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Right. Now, I'll say this slowly so you understand it. If I catch you anywhere near my two sons, either one of them, I'll do time for you. I'll kill you with my bare hands. Now, do we understand each other? You've all got something else to gossip about, haven't you?
Stacy! Stacy, can you hear me? Look, she's fine.
She's yours. She's your daughter.
Peggy! Peggy! Peggy.
Carla, you tried it on and it didn't work. Well, better luck next time. Oh, one more thing. Get out of my pub. To think I gave that rotten cow my special recipe for steak and kidney pudding.
Well, that one from here, Peg.
Well, thank you, Billy. It's nice to be appreciated. It's a sort of Lifetime Achievement Award. And I'd like to present it jointly tonight to my very good friend here, Patricia Evans, along with a man who's always good for a laugh and a joke, my very special husband, Mr. Frank Butcher. And it's for a lifetime of irresponsibility, deceit, and plain old-fashioned wickedness. And before you're all wondering, have I gone stark staring mad, there's something I'd like to read out to you. It's from Frank here, and it's to me. He doesn't very often write to me, so this came as a bit of a surprise.
Peggy, really, this is...
Oh, there he goes again, trying to spoil my big moment. You're just going to have to hold your horses, sweetheart. My dear, darling Peggy, I've been racking my brain to think of a good way of saying this. But the truth is, there is no good way. It breaks my heart to say it, but I'm leaving you. Perhaps there's a small part of you that is aware that no matter how hard I've tried, I've never quite been able to stop myself loving Pat. I fell in love with her the day I met her, and the feelings have never gone away. I might have learned to live with that if it weren't for the fact that she feels the same way about me. We've both of us struggled long and hard to hide these feelings and pretend they weren't there. But when the four of us went on holiday with Terry and Irene to Spain, Pat and I found ourselves unable to pretend any longer. These last few weeks have been pure torture for us both. Neither you nor Roy deserve this. You are both fine people, and I pray that in time you will find it in your hearts to forgive us for the pain that we have caused. By the time you read this, we will both be long gone. With great affection, Frank. So, why they're still here is a bit of a mystery. But one thing I've learned since I've been married to Mr. Butcher is never underestimate his capacity to make a cock-up of things. Apologies to all of you who've already received the invitations to the renewal of our wedding vows. No doubt they'll be collector's items soon. So, all it remains for me is to present the prizes. Oh. Hope you all enjoyed the fireworks. Good night. Did you kill them Watts?
No.
And that's the truth.
100%.
So who did?
Chrissy. And then she framed me. She framed me and she put me in here.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth for evermore. Amen.
Thank you. I was asked to say a few words today, and I've been thinking long and hard about what those words should be. I'm sure all of us have things that we'd like to say to Den, about Den. And I should think a lot of us have had a conversation with him already today, up here. I know I certainly have. I'm not going to stand here today and pretend that Den was a saint. He wasn't. We all know he wasn't. But there was another side to Den. Some of you never got to see that side. But some of us did. And that's why we're here. There are so many things that could be said, and so many that probably shouldn't. And in the end, I decided that my words probably didn't count much. So I found a reading in here that just seems to fit.
Chrissy Watts! Murderer!
Peggy!
Look at you, standing there like butter wouldn't melt.
Peggy?
Oh, my lord.
What are you talking about?
Funny, that's just the question I asked Sam.
Peggy, we've been through all this.
And this time I actually listened to the answer.
Peggy, this really isn't the time or place.
This is exactly the time and place to tell the whole world what a lying little tart she is.
Blimey.
Dressed in your widow's weeds, Bible in your hand, pouring your heart out. When all the time it was you put him in that box in the first flaming place.
Sam put Den in that box, Peggy.
Tell him. Tell us all before it's too late. Go on. Get it off your chest. Do something right for once in your miserable little life. Tell us what you did to him. Tell him you're sorry.
Peggy, I've had enough of this.
I said tell him! Peggy! Tell Den you're sorry. Tell Den!
Get out of my bar. Come on, get out. And you a Y50. Come on.
Here! Who do you think you're shoving?
You. This is my pub. You've got no right to be behind this bar. I left Trevor in charge.
He hasn't been here 2 minutes. This place would have fallen apart if it hadn't been for me these last few days.
You don't change, do you? Couldn't wait to get your grubby little paws on this place. Well, it ain't your pub no more. It says Sharon Watts above that door, not Peggy Mitchell.
I think my Phil might have something to say about that.
Is that right?
Yes. This pub just doesn't belong to you. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to drive a wedge between me and my son.
Really?
Yeah, well, it won't work, because he knows what a half-faced little slapper you are.
So where do you think he's been these past few days?
How do I know? Business?
Don't you think it's odd that we've both been away at the same time?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're so naive, Peggy. It's almost touching. We've been away together. Double room, romantic nights. Want me to draw you a picture?
I don't believe you.
Believe what you like. But me and your son have been an item for quite a while. Right under your nose and you never even noticed. How stupid can you get?
All right, Sharon, that's enough.
Is this true? Are you and her...
Yeah.
We're a couple now, Peggy. You might as well get used to it.
Phil? Phil?
Hi, Mum. What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing? Waiting for a number 13 bus?
I thought he was on holiday.
Well, Kathy got a message from Auntie Sal. I got the first plane back.
You didn't have to do that.
Oh, didn't I?
He was allergic to these places anyway.
Shut up. Have some grapes. Yeah. They starve you in these places. Why do you think so many people die here?
I'm not dying. I'm all right.
Of course not. You just felt like having a new spleen, didn't you?
They don't give you a new one. They just take the old one out.
Oh, what? You walking around with a gaping hole in your gut?
It's like an appendix. It don't do anything. It's just a sort of squishy thing.
Ooh, don't talk about it. You're giving me the willies.
All I'm saying is it's nothing serious.
And what's this about your head? Doctor said you fell on it.
Yeah, nice soft landing, eh?
Want to be careful, though. Got head like a baby's, you have. So, you going to tell me what happened?
With the sail tie.
She said you had an accident.
Yeah, that's right. I fell down a bit.
What do you mean you fell?
Well, I was working late. I was tired. I got careless, I suppose.
Careless? What did you do? Forget it was there? You know you could have been killed.
Yeah, well, I weren't, was I?
Can't take my eyes off you, can I? Not for 2 minutes. Like a kid you are.
Yeah.
You telling me the truth, Phil?
Why would I lie about a thing like that?
Well, you weren't fighting or anything.
No.
All right. Well, I worry about you, that's all. Working on your own in that place. This never would have happened if Grant had been there.
No.
You're weak, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm all right. There's nothing new to worry about. I'm just a bit tired, that's all.
Well, you sleep then, darling. Get some rest.
Yeah.
I'll leave you for a bit. I can catch up on news with Kathy and Grant. Rest now. I'll be back later. I'm sorry, Pauline, but I've been run ragged and that Janine, well, she's winding me up something rotten.
Yeah, well, perhaps we can get some decisions made now.
What's she doing now? Oh, I'm sorry, Pauline.
Right, that's it. I quit. I shall celebrate the Queen's Jubilee in my own way, in my own home, and this lot can sort themselves out.
Oh, Pauline. It doesn't matter what you say, you're jealous. Oh. Then why'd you get like this every time I talk about it?
You have got an overactive imagination, darling. I can't think of anything less interesting than your love life. Thank you very much.
Well, now you've come to mention it, I've got a very good sex life.
Very happy for you.
The best ever, Frank said.
Yes, well, he would say that, wouldn't he? Keep you sweet.
I think he meant it.
Well, when he was with me, he didn't have any complaints in that department.
Well, he wouldn't, would he? Not with your track record. It's like being driven to the shops by Damon Hill.
You're just jealous because I had him before you.
Look, I'm thinking of the future, not the past. I don't care where he's been.
What do you mean, where he's been?
What I said.
Say what you like. You'll never have what me and Frank had.
Oh, yeah. It was so good he left you.
Came back, though, didn't he?
But not to you.
He wanted to. I was with Roy by then.
Oh, in your dreams. You can't face it, can you? Frank doesn't want you anymore. He wants me.
You've been with him 5 minutes. I was married to him for 7 years. What does it feel like being somebody's itch, eh?
It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And I've got him now.
Oh, don't you kid yourself, Peggy. If me and Roy split up for good, Frank will be back like a shot.
I thought you didn't want him anymore, that you loved Roy.
Yes, I do. Just saying I could have him if I wanted him.
Oh, you're in a world of your flaming own. You've said yourself you don't know how to keep a man happy and sooner or later you drive him away. So don't you think my Frank knows he's better off out of it?
No, I don't.
Well, he is.
I know my Frank.
He's not your Frank, he's mine.
Only because I don't want him.
Oh, yeah.
What about the other night, then?
What about it?
Why do you think he offered to put me up?
Because he's a gentleman.
You think so?
You said nothing's happened between you. Changing your mind now, are you?
No, nothing did happen. But it could have done.
You what?
Could have done if I'd let it.
You said he didn't try it on.
He didn't. Doesn't mean he didn't want to.
Oh, he said that, did he?
He didn't need to. I could tell.
How?
I just knew.
Well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to narrow it down a bit. As far as I can make out, all a man needs to sleep with you is a sense of humour.
Huh. Mine need a sense of humour. What do yours need? Anaesthetic?
Frank doesn't.
Bet he takes his glasses off, though.
Well, he could keep them on for you, couldn't he? As long as he remembered to put the bag on your head.
Say what you like, I know he still fancies me.
What has?
Now who's jealous?
OK. If he fancies you so much, how come he didn't try it on last night, then?
Don't you worry. If I'd given him the slightest bit of encouragement, he'd have jumped at the chance.
More like the other way around.
Nah.
Well, from what you've told me about Roy, you're the one who's been going short.
You know what your problem is?
What?
You know Frank still loves me. And whatever you do, he won't love you. Never. Not in the same way. I mean, look at you. You even think he's going to move in with you. How stupid can you get?
No one wants you, Pat. Frank left you, your boys left you, and now Roy's left you.
You think Frank wants you? Mutton dressed as lamb?
You cow!
Oh. Temper, temper.
Anyway, you're nothing to write home about. No wonder Roy can't do it.
How dare you!
I'll flaming well kill ya!
You get off of me!
You take back what you said!
You bitch!
You cow! You know what I quite like?
Who's that?
That Masood fella. No, it's all those dimples he's got.
Ah, give me a bad boy in time. You know, sometimes I look at Jack Browning and I think if I was 5 years younger,
He wouldn't stand a chance.
like a muscly bit of attitude.
How did you end up with Frank?
Frank? Yeah. It was different, really, wasn't he? Stocky and a bit of a shambles, wasn't he? Did you know something, Peggy? He was the first bloke that ever made me smile. I mean, really, really smile. I'd look at him sometimes and I'd just go into stitches.
Oh, God, I miss that man.
You and me both, doll.
Yeah.
You got some explaining to do.
Hello! It's the Bosh and Beggs of Walford.
Oh, try cracking a smile once in a while, Shirley.
Have you taken something, Mum?
Well, yeah, I've had a few of these and some of them.
A whole load of this.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm taking you both home.
Oh, Philip, are you going to ground us?
No, he loves his old mum, don't you?
It's about time you both started acting your age.
Are you?
Do you want a slap?
Look, what are you doing at the hospital anyway?
Huh?
Hospital? Oh! Yeah, that's it.
Where is she?
She's having a baby. I should have told you this weeks ago. Only I wasn't sure and I didn't want to worry you. But there's nothing I can do about it now. I've got to go into hospital on Monday for an operation.
Operation? What sort of operation?
I've got breast cancer.
Peggy, I'm sorry.
It's one of those things. It's not uncommon.
Why didn't you tell us?
I've only just had it confirmed.
How serious is it?
Well, they think they've called it in time, but they won't be sure until they've operated. It's all right. Don't fuss, Grant. Lots of women have breast cancer and make a full recovery. I'm no different.
Well, how long have you been in hospital for? They told you?
A couple of days.
You'll be fine, Mum.
I'm sure.
No, you will be.
I'm not going anywhere for a long time, love. I've got to be here for my new grandchild. I would like this kept between us just for now. I'm not up to broadcasting it around Walford yet.
Yeah, of course.
Look, Peggy, I saw George today. He's in a bit of a state.
No. I don't want him to know.
Is there anything we can do?
You're doing it already. You're here for me. Well, I'm glad that's over. And if you don't mind, I'm going to lie down for a while. I'm shattered.
You do that, Mum.
Marriage is given that husband and wife may comfort and help each other, living faithfully together in need and in plenty, in sorrow and in joy. It is given that with delight and tenderness they may know each other in love, and through the joy of their bodily union, their hearts and lives may be strengthened. In marriage, husband and wife belong to each other, and they begin a new life together in a community. It is a way of life that all should honour, and it must not be undertaken carelessly, lightly, or selfishly, but reverently, responsibly, and after serious thought. Frank, will you take Peggy to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage. With my body, I honour you. All that I am, I give to you. All that I have, I share with you. Within the love of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
I receive this ring as a sign of our marriage. With my body, I honour you. All that I am, I give to you. And all that I have, I share with you. Within the love of God, the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit.
In the presence of God and before the congregation, Frank and Peggy have given their consent and declared their marriage by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of a ring. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Right, make way for the official photographer. There we go. There we go. Frank, Peggy, I'll just get one of you two. Let's get this first. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Do it. That's word here. We have everyone else in the room, especially the family, yeah? Best man. Everybody bunch up. Come on, cheer up. And cheer up, everyone. It's a happy occasion, everybody. We can just bunch up. Nice run. Come on, say cheese, everyone!
Cheese! Baby, all right?
I think maybe...
What?
Can we go home?
You bet your life we can. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the photo opportunity. Let's all get back to the Vic where there's plenty of grub and plenty of booze.
Yeah. Don't get rid of speech.
Oh.
Shut up, Barry.
Excuse me.
Peggy! Peggy, please! Please! Peggy!
Oh, am I flaming well? No.
No, I can explain.
You can't explain anything.
No, listen. I didn't think anybody would tell you this was.
I've come all this way to bury you. You could at least have the common courtesy to be dead when I get here.
Listen to me.
Do you know what? I think I will. I've heard some humdingers from you in the past, but I'm not sure how even you can explain being at your own funeral.
Yes, it is a bit complicated. You see, I had to move away, and I didn't want anybody, coming after me. So I thought it would be a good idea if I died.
Frank, can you hear yourself?
Don't call me Frank. It's Neville.
What?
Yeah.
Whoever you are, now you're here. I want my money.
What?
I had to sell the Queen Vic because of all the VAT and tax that suddenly disappeared when you did. Oh, yeah, that.
Well, you've caught me a bit of a bad time.
Well, I suppose I have, seeing as it's your funeral, but I still want my money.
And you will get it, my little passion for that. I just need to make a few more arrangements, that's all.
Frank, you're not wheedling out of this one.
I don't want to wheedle out of it, and don't call me Frank.
So when are you going to give it to me?
Oh, soon, darling. Very, very, very soon. Peggy, I am just on the edge of pulling off this great big deal.
Oh, deals. Where have I heard that all before?
Yes, but this time it's really going to happen.
You know, Frank, when I'd heard that you were dead, I thought the bottom had fallen out of my world. I mean, how can you still make me feel like this? Peggy,
I'm sorry. I've got to go.
What?
I'll explain.
What?
Just couldn't resist it, could you?
Oh, come on, Crystal. No one saw me.
Who was that woman?
What woman?
The little blonde.
Oh, yeah. That's an old friend of mine that's come over from London to see me.
Oh, wasn't she a bit surprised?
Well, she was at first. Yeah.
Well, what did you tell her?
That it was all a misunderstanding.
Right, well, let's get out of here.
I think that...
Now.
Doing here?
We're having a drink.
Oh, no, you're not. You're leaving right now.
I'm halfway through serving them.
I don't care. I want them out of here.
Mrs. Mitchell, don't you think you're being a bit extreme?
Who asked you to stick your nose in?
Yeah, but, I mean, They ain't done nothing wrong. They should be allowed to drink in here.
Nigel, you always were a stupid boy, but I never thought you'd be so dim as to cross swords with me.
Come on, Mark, there's other pubs in Walford.
No. I like drinking here.
Look, this is my pub. I say who drinks in here and who doesn't. Now get out of here before I have the law on you.
Why are you doing this? What have I ever done to you?
You know.
No, I don't.
You've got AIDS, Mark. And I won't have that sort of thing in my pub.
I haven't got AIDS.
Mark, let's go.
I haven't got AIDS. You don't believe me, do you? You're meant to be my friends. Yet not one of you has got the guts to come up and ask me straight if I've got it or not. I haven't got AIDS. I'm HIV positive.
I knew it.
You don't know anything. I've got the virus, but I ain't got the disease. You're not gonna catch it from eating food from my stall or drinking from the same glass as me. And Ruth hasn't got it. She's clear. I wanted to tell you this a long time ago, but I was scared. Scared how you react. I thought I'd lose everything. My home, the stall, my friends. But I was right, wasn't I? Oh, yeah. I've known you lot for years. And some of you won't even pass the time of day with me. You're even frightened to breathe the same air as me. But the fact is, you've got nothing to worry about. You're not in any danger. You're scared about nothing. I'm the one that's gonna die. And there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about it. I just want it to go away. And it won't. I'm HIV positive. And there's nothing I can do about it.
What's going on?
Oh, you dirty little sod.
What?
Don't want me or you'll get another one. Come on, sit down, the pair of you. Right. I've heard it from him. Now let's hear it from you. It's no good looking at him. He won't help you.
She knows.
Well?
Well, what?
What have you got to say for yourself?
There's not much I can say, is there?
No. I'd have thought sleeping with your brother's wife would give us plenty to talk about. So come on, I'm waiting.
It's not like you think.
Oh. You mean I got it wrong? It never happened.
It wasn't down.
I want to hear it from him.
Look, we've done all this.
She was your sister-in-law.
It's finished with, Mum.
I'm all for keeping it in the family, but there are limits. Didn't you think what you were doing? The damage you could do?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to explain to me what was going through your mind. How could you do such a thing?
I don't know.
Tell her. Oh. Tell her what she did, how she came on to you, what a slag she is.
Well?
Like you said, she's a slag.
She threw herself at him.
He was your brother. He could have thrown her back.
It's her you should be able to go at, not him. Tell her, Phil.
I had a few too many one night, and she tried it on with me. I tried to blank her, but she wouldn't take any notice.
Oh. So you were saying you were drunk?
Yeah.
But not too drunk?
You don't know what she's like. It could have been anybody.
But it wasn't anyone, was it? It was your brother. I brought you up to look out for each other. Families always come first. You were taught that before you could walk. Here I'm talking to you. So, this was looking after your brother, was it? This was taking care of him, watching his back?
No.
No? So what was it then? Did you think you was helping him out? That he couldn't manage it on his own?
I didn't think, it just happened.
was his wife. If the urge was that bad, there's plenty of tarts out there who could have obliged. I mean, what's she got that they haven't? Apart from being your sister-in-law, of course. Why wasn't I told what's been going on?
We didn't want to worry you.
I brought you two into this world. Me and Worry go back a long way.
Well, it's hardly the sort of thing you drop into the conversation, is it?
You didn't have the guts, you mean?
If you like.
Does Kathy know all about this?
Yeah.
Who else? I asked you a question.
Everybody.
Well, not quite everyone, apparently. But then I'm only your mother.
What good of telling you that?
It might have stopped me making a prat of myself down there. They must have loved it. Me going on about my two boys and then thinking, if only she knew, silly cow.
Nobody thinks
Of course they did. I would if it had been someone else. What does Kathy make of all this?
She's got over it.
Well, that's big of her.
But it weren't easy.
Well, there's more that can be said of Sharon. I treated that girl like one of my own. Like a daughter. Well, she's made a right prat out of me. I'll make her wish she'd never been born.
Have you got doubts?
You don't know what he's like. Sometimes he makes me feel this small, like a nothing. And he has this way of talking, so everything makes sense, and I end up by doing exactly what he wants, dressing like he wants, acting like he wants. I don't even know who I am anymore.
What? Why didn't you say any of this before, eh?
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared that I'll walk into that church and Archie, he'll give one look at me and walk straight out again.
Also, let him. I mean, if he does, he's not worth it, is he?
That's easy for you to say. You're not old and lonely. How many shots do you get in life?
Mum, you want to live like this, eh? Now, you're brilliant just as you are. If Archie don't think that, then you're better off without him. He's just not worth it.
But I love him. I love him like I've never loved any man. He takes my breath away. I'm sorry, Phil, but he does. He always did, even before your father. One look from him, and I go weak at the knees. And I tell you something, darling, if he'd have made his move, you, Grant and Sam, you'd never existed.
Well, that's a cheery thought, now.
I'm just being a stupid old woman.
Mum, you love him, and that's a good thing, but Archie's got to take you for who you are and what you are. Well, if you don't, then you're better off out of it.
Don't make a scene, Peggy.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't ever tell me what to do. Make a choice. Make a real choice.
Everything okay?
Well?
You're the only woman for me, Peggy Mitchell. Just the way you are.
Only say that if you mean it. And the winning ticket for that fabulous second-hand Merc is... What is it, Roxy?
It's 262.
Yes, 262.
Yeah, Peggy, that's one of mine, Peggy.
There it is.
Oh, come on, tell me this isn't happening.
I've won. It's me. It must have been the best. God bless you, Vicky.
No, that's not
my ticket.
Like hell it is.
Well, she can't get away with this.
I'll see you in court. Mo Harris, please come and collect her prize. A sellout of the community centre, and now this. Who's a lucky girl then? Right, everybody. Well, that's it. Without further ado, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Just a minute, I'd like to make a toast, actually, yeah. To the finest landlady this side of the Bow Bells, the unsinkable Peggy Mitchell.
Right, I'm going to scratch her bleeding eyes out.
No, that's enough. I invited them here. Well, what for? Because I'm tired of fighting.
Peggy, you don't have to do this.
There's more to the Mitchells than bricks and mortar. We're a family, and families stick together. Because without each other, what have we got? A cold, empty building. I hope you'll both be very happy here.
Hey, what'd you think?
Do you mind if we go upstairs to pack?
Take all the time you need.
You coming, Phil?
Right behind you.
Well, don't just stand there, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Door to the cellar, it sticks sometimes. It just needs a good kick, that's all. Oh, Phil, will you go ahead? I've left something upstairs.
If I was you, I'd sleep with my eyes wide open.
You may have my pub, Archie Mitchell, but you'll never have me.
Peggy's got a lot to answer for. Go up. You sure you're going to be safe driving that thing?
No problem. I think Father Christmas knows I've been a good girl this year. See ya.
You all right, Peggy?
Do me a favour, Charlie. Chuck it in the bin, will you?
Are you all right, girl?
No. No, I ain't. That was all ready and I weren't frightened, but now everything's changed and I'm frightened. So frightened. Hello? You there?
Peggy?
Shh. Listen. Oh, isn't that lovely, eh? Just so perfect.
Yeah. Let me take you home, yeah?
We've never really liked each other, have we, Sharon?
Well, that's blunt.
Yeah, true, though. But I suppose I've ended up being quite fond of you now.
Quite fond? High praise indeed, I'll take it.
I trust you to keep an eye on Phil when I can't do it.
I'll always have his back. And I've got yours, Peggy, because as it turns out, I've grown quite fond of you and all.
Oh, wasn't that the most beautiful thing, eh?
I'll pop by and see you tomorrow.
Oh, I might have known it was you. With your earrings rattling like Marley's bleeding chains.
What? These are my favourites. I think I look smashing.
Yeah, you do. But look at the state of me, though. Eh? State of me. I'm like a little old bird that's fallen out of its nest. Anyway, shift yourself, you mad old tart. I've got stuff to do.